What's going on, guys? Welcome, everyone. It is Tuesday, right? Chasing Pips with Lots. Miguel, Jose, what's going on, guys? Hope everybody had a good day. I had a busy day, but it was a good day. Very productive. We've got a couple really good looking charts for tonight. I4D13, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome to the stream. So here's what I like tonight, guys. I don't know if you guys saw our USD JPY trade. Benny, what's going on, man? How are you? Our USD JPY trade from yesterday at full blow went for 187 pips. Now, obviously, I didn't hold it that long. I got out around up here and then re-entered and got around again down here. But 186 pips on that USD JPY drop, guys. That's a big old move. I hope a lot of you guys caught that. It was certainly a great move to see. 3 or 4 and 1, 3 and 1 on the week, or 3-0. I'm sorry. I think we're 3-0 or 4-0 on the week. So definitely a solid week here. Looking on the 4-hour chart here, I've got a couple charts that I like. USD JPY, I think, is going to reverse and come back up to test this EMA. I think we could see this go for 100 pips back the other way before it comes back down and rejects. At least back up to our original TP2. I think you're going to see something like this. If it's keep going down, or if it's actually going to come back up and form like somewhat of a double top, it could do that. There's many different things that could go on here. Gianna, what's going on? Good, I'm glad you found me again. Appreciate you coming back. Appreciate you coming back. But yeah, so it looks like we could have a reversal here. We'll start from the top. GBP AUD on the 4-hour chart is the most promising looking trade right now, and I would have no problem getting in it right now. We are going to test this zone. Anya, how are you doing? I'm good, I'm good. I was right about the leg on BTC. GBP AUD, I have full confidence that we are going to hit a low here. Aloha, what's going on, guys? How are you? Welcome. Welcome, good to see you back. I have full confidence that this bad boy is dropping for 40 pips. I think it's the most obvious trade, but you got to be careful when you think a trade's that obvious. You got to be careful. I think it's an easy sell. Euro USD. Euro USD, guys. Euro USD on the 4-hour chart is dropping like a fly. Perfect double top here, dropping like a fly. Should come down to test this fair value gap, this EMA ribbon for 16 pips. Again, 16 isn't a lot, but should come down this way. I don't see it not at least coming to retest this general area right here, which would be about right here on this chart. GBP USD, major sell here, guys. EMA closure, EMA ribbon flip, closure below the zone, confirmed downtrend, lower highs and lower lows. I love this sell also. Only thing is you could see a head and shoulders right here and have it come back up from right there, and this could reverse. But I think that's highly unlikely given the situation that the overall trend is a downtrend and how low this one went right here. I think it's going to test these lows and then come back down and eventually break through down here. Personally, that's what I feel about it. USD JPY, again, that's our trade from yesterday. USD JPY was super great. Again, amazing trade, guys. Those of you that took this trade with me yesterday, awesome. Went for, like I said, 186 pips at the max. I got out somewhere around here. I didn't hold the whole thing because I didn't want to hold through London all the way to New York session. That's typically not how I trade. But if you did, congratulations, because this was a great trade from yesterday. Looking to see a possible reversal and have this buy up. Have this buy up to at least this area. Let me put that as a buy. AUD USD, I don't like the 4-hour chart, and I'll explain to you guys why. Look at that 4-hour chart. Doji, 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 Doji. Dragonfly, 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 Hammer. I mean, it is... Whew, that's a tough one. There's no telling if we're going to break this zone or break this zone. So we'd need to see some sort of drastic move to the upside or the downside. Yeah, it is. The problem is this here, let me get rid of these. These are our take profits from yesterday. Let me get rid of these real quick. This move could go for 14 pips. Euro JPY is absolutely dropping off a cliff. We got a sell notification on the 4-hour. If we drop down to the 1-hour, Hoodie, what's up, man? Drop down to the 1-hour, we've consolidated pretty heavily for roughly 8 hours of pretty much no movement, which could be a sign of reversal. I don't know. The Epstein thing's been going on for a while. I'm not 100% sure. I try and stay out of geopolitical issues on stream because, you know, it's not conducive to what we're doing here. But I don't know. We'll see. I really like the NZD USD trade. Now, we took this trade the other day and made some profit. I've kept this chart up for a reason. We have came down here and we broke and retested for quite some time. Now we could continue up or this could double top on us and go down. Not 100% sure, but based off what I'm seeing, it looks like we may come down to this area and test this area before heading back up there. And again, these are high time frame trades, guys. These are not quick ones. These are high time frame trades right here. Those are all the charts that I'm looking at tonight. That's it. That is all I'm looking at. My number one right now is GBP AUD. And like I said, I personally have no problem getting in it this very second. With our stop loss at, let's see, roughly 40 pips. Yeah, no FOMO. No FOMO at all. We don't have that. But your highest amount of drawdown, I think we'd put it at 44 to 45 pips. Maybe 50 pips at the most. Just to make sure it maintains that downtrend but can still come into this zone. But like I said, I think based off what we're looking at here, we can even hop to the day. Yeah, this is gonna fill to this bottom. It should. The technicals on it are all strong sells. GBP AUD is my favorite chart of the night. I just want to make sure that we break these lows. Right here, I'd like us to break these lows and come down. Just to make sure that, you know, we're really covering all our bases here. But that is what I would like to see, personally. So we'll give it a couple minutes here. We'll take a look what's going on. But it's in a downtrend again. Last time it was here, it did reverse. So we want to make sure this isn't a key level that's going to, again, reverse. You know what I mean? We want to make sure that's not the case. So I'd like a little bit more confirmation. But looks like we're going to get that here in the next 10 to 15 minutes. We actually got a sell on the 5-minute. We did get a sell on the 5-minute with the Trading with Matt strategy. So, with that being said, the last time it sent a sell, it went back up and came down. Yeah, USD JPY absolutely dropped off, Isaac. USD JPY on the hour time frame. It's absolutely insane. It smashed straight through TP3 yesterday, which was great. Now it's rejecting a fairly key zone. This was pretty low part of last week. I think this could go and retrace back up to most likely this area right here. So with that being said, you're looking at possibly 50 pips on a possible buy. That's what I'm seeing. I don't trade futures or New York Stock Exchange, none of that. I just trade foreign exchange pairs. So that's all I trade. I don't trade gold. I don't trade silver. Yeah, GBP USD looks like it's going to drop off. Euro USD looks like it's going to drop off. But GBP AUD, man, this is what looks like almost free money. Opened below the candle. Started out bearish. Magashul, yes, I'm live every day, Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, sir, I am. But I think GBP AUD is going to be the move tonight, guys. I'd just like to see what happens here in the next 15-minute candle. But if we were to sell this, I'm going to draw up our zones here. I like to use the 4-hour to draw. I think I get the best clarity there. Yeah, 4-hour. We'd be like max. What is that right there for? Yep, Eastern Standard Time Zone, Revolution. Yes, sir. What is that looking like? See, that's 19. I'd probably allow it to go up a little more. I'd probably allow it to test a little further. Just because sometimes you get that movement where it kind of comes down, then goes back up, then comes down, then goes back up, and then drops off. We want to give it some room to breathe. Yeah, for some it is. You know, you just got to be careful. You never know. That's why I try and stay out of that. Politics and religion on stream. Try and just stay away from that. Oh yeah, there's a ton of news tomorrow. Yeah, you got NFP. It's NFP, not just regular job reports. It's NFP on unemployment rate and average hourly earnings month over month. So you've got a lot of information tomorrow. But like I said, I personally like this trade the best right here. I would say stop loss. I don't know, I really like that 4-hour stop, that 4-hour time frame. Let's say we give it some room. Just want to make sure that we got this correct. That's what I'm looking at if we were to get in this. Realistically, if you wanted, you could pull it up to here, to the top of this fair value gap, and still have a decent trade. But ideally, we wouldn't want to hold 43 pips drawdown if we don't have to. And like I said, the 5-minute actually gave us a sell. So what we'll do is we'll make it a little bit tighter of a stop loss. We'll go back to the 4-hour here. We'll go right above this FVG. Chandra, what's going on? How are you today? Appreciate your Revolution. Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you. And I know some people are big on RR, so we can get into that later. I just don't trade RR. I don't give a crap about RR. I realistically would put, if it was just me trading and not with you guys live, and I was taking this trade, I would have no problem putting this up here to retest the EMA ribbon for negative RR. No, USDJPY is probably reversing right now. Look at this chart. This was our trade from yesterday. Perfectly sold off right at our entry. But this is probably rejecting. I would need more information. I appreciate that, Chandra. Thank you. Yeah, we're hitting some records. We had 10,000 viewers the other day. But again, going back to my favorite charts are GBP USD and GBP AUD. The GBP pairs are dropping. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that whatsoever. We already had a wick and a fair value gap created here. We have a fair value gap created here. We have a strong downtrend. We have lower lows and higher lows. This is a GBP AUD, guys. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate that. Speaking of, we got to schedule your call for this week, my man. But, yeah, we're going to put this right around there. GBP USD is a sell also. Same thing. GBP USD is a sell also. These are the take profits that I had for yesterday. But GBP USD is a sell also. I think it's going to sell to probably this zone. So, no, you're good, man. What do you mean 4 strats? This is one strategy with 4 rules. It's just one strategy. Same strategy I've been using for 15 years. It's one strategy with 4 confirmations that you need to have. But like I said, I really do like this. Oh, Anthony. Oh, oh, my bad. Yeah, there's more volume in GBP AUD for sure. 4 confirmations. So, we need a confirmed downtrend. That's number 1. Number 2, we need a full candle closure below an EMA ribbon, which we got down up there. Number 3, we need a fair value gap created, ideally more than one, to show that you have some support, like this one right here. Look at the resistance it's been. This has been a great resistance. And our 4th one is a reversal out of key zone or break of structure, and we got that right here. So we got all 4 of our rules. And then the 5th one, which you don't always have to have, but I personally like it. Yeah. I'm 32. I started trading when I was 17. It certainly helps that all the technicals on here are also sells. So that's the 5th one, but that one's a little wishy-washy because TradingView isn't always correct on that. But I'd like to see what this chart does, especially since, like I said, we got a sell signal. typically this indicator on the 5 minute, when it has a sell signal, it comes up to retouch an area before it drops down. So we're going to want to watch that. But the last 3 5 minute candles have not broke the previous fourth candle high when we got the sell, which is good. This works for everything, yeah. But I only trade one setup per day. Again, I use a pretty high lot size. My account's pretty large, so my lot size is going to be bigger than most of your average trader. Why am I trading now? This is the Asian session. This is my favorite session to trade. This is by far my favorite session in terms of market structure and price action. And there's not as much news. The New York session has way too much news, especially red folder news. I don't like red folder news. It's very unpredictable. Yeah, New York session is a hot mess. I agree with you. Agree with you 100%. I like this trade to get in, personally. Yeah, I mean, you can backtest it if you'd like, for sure. You can just watch all of my lives. I've streamed. The comment was different. Different, more contracts or lots. Do you like slippage? No, it depends what account you have with your broker. If you have an ECN account, you won't have much slippage. If you have a VIP account, you'll have virtually no slippage. If you have a non-commission account, you're going to have slippage. If you have... There's a couple different accounts that brokers have, but I would suggest ECN or VIP if you have the funds. Again, I don't do prop firms. We don't need to get into that, but I don't do prop firms. Just not a fan, to be honest with you guys. I'm not a fan of prop firms, so. Nice. Yeah, everybody's got a broker, you know. And I don't care what broker you guys use. I know a lot of these guys come on here and they're like, "Oh, sign up under me. Be a partner, be a partner." I don't care what broker you use. Make your money. Find your strategy and make your money. You know what I mean? Yes, you can switch from non-commission to ECN. All you gotta do is click open live account, transfer the money back into your wallet, transfer it into the new account. Cole, yeah, I don't do prop firms because they're way too strict in their rules. They make most of their money on you guys trying to pass, or people in general trying to pass evaluations and failing. And just recently, this past week, they suspended gold, silver, and certain commodity trading. I mean, if you can't allow people to trade what they want to trade, that means you have a liquidity problem. That means you can't pay your traders. And my funded, whatever, MFF, TFF, FOMX, or whatever it is, all of them, they all came out with a statement this week saying that they're not allowing that anymore. And I think that's just restricting what people can trade is poor. It means that you have poor bank accounts. I would recommend DAUD, D-A-U-D. I would literally just recommend learn price action trading and market structure. Price action trading and market structure. If you can learn that, you're halfway there. Add some support and resistance and break of structure, you're well on your way to becoming profitable. Whoever asked what indicator this is my personal indicator that follows all the rules. You know what it takes to be a full-time trader? A lot of blood, sweat, and tears. You're paying for lessons with your own capital. You're paying the market to teach you what to not do and what to do. I wish I had a mentor when I started trading. I truly do. I just watched a bunch of random YouTube videos, and granted, this was 15 years ago, but you know, the one thing I would say is do not hop around to a bunch of different strategies trying to figure out which one works. Pick one that you have, that you know that the person is doing well, and stick with them. It doesn't have to be me. Again, I am a very positive trader in this space. I try to pride myself on that. Miguel, VIP requires a $100,000 deposit. ECN, I think the minimum's like $100. That's the only difference. And then the VIP gives you a little bit more, not necessarily leniency, but they give you a lot more support on their back end. That's really the only difference. I would have liked to see this close bearish there for us to get in this. And again, we've charted out the charts that we're going to be looking at tonight, and I want you guys to take notice we're not in a trade yet. You need to be patient. There's no point in having a trigger finger right now to get into a trade. We want to get in at the optimal time. You're not going to snipe every trade, but I'll tell you what, if you're smart about it, you will certainly do a lot better than the people who are like, oh, I see a sell, sell. Just be smart, you know? Oh, this guy again. Invest hedge. Yep, appreciate you, man. I'll say it again. We don't trade crypto. I don't trade crypto though, guys. Yeah, that's what I trade at, Anthony. 1 to 500 leverage. Andrew Munz, what's up, man? How are you? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Familia Scarface, what's up, man? How are you? Welcome back. Good to see you. Got a ton of returning users, guys. Or returning watchers. I appreciate you guys joining back. Yeah, we get it, Invest Hedge. You like to short Bitcoin. Well, lots is the term that you would use when you're trading foreign exchange. Contracts is typically for options and stocks on the New York Stock Exchange, but contracts and lots can be an interchangeable. Flowers lady, what's going on? Anthony, it's funny you mentioned Henko. I used Henko Trade for several years. I don't hate Henko Trade, honestly. Don't hate it. Not bad. The slippage bothers me a little bit on Henko Trade. There is a little bit of slippage on Henko Trade. We're looking at GBP AUD right now. That's going to be my favorite pair as at the moment. Yeah, 500 to 1. Yeah, I love it. It's amazing. You can make a lot of money. You could also lose, but that's why we put risk management practices in place. This is the broker I use. It's not allowed in some countries, but that's what I use right there. But yeah, 1 to 500 is, I got no problem with it. I think it's way better. But everybody trades differently. Everybody's got their own strategy. You know, you need to find a strategy that works for you and stay with it. That's all there is to it. And you stay with it over time. You learn, you adapt, you analyze, you get better and better and better. It's just as simple as that. But there's stages of trading. This is GBP AUD. There's stages of trading. GBP AUD Chronicles. And the first stage is most of the time beginner's luck. The second stage is overconfidence and overtrading. The third stage is blowing your account. The fourth stage is questioning everything you know about trading. And then the fifth stage is trying to actually master a plan, set a risk management plan in place, follow your rules and your strategy without wavering from them. And then, the sixth is really you will become profitable if you can do that. Yeah, leverage is great. Leverage is great. Why do I choose Forex over futures? I like the price action and the market structure better. No, duh, it happens to everybody. Shit, I was in stages 1 through 4 for 5 or 6 years. Anyone that thinks it's easy is just it's not going to happen overnight. You're going to go through really tough times with trading. It's going to make you want to quit. And not the leverage that we're using there, Eggnog. Crypto trading leverage is a lot different than foreign exchange trading leverage. You can only lose what's in your account. You can't owe the broker money. Yeah, the price action is different. I agree with you. The strategy works on all of them though. No, mine's not crypto. Mine is this is not crypto. I'm not trading crypto. If we break this low though, I'll be very happy. If we break this low right here, I will be extremely happy. I think we're going to take sells on this, guys. I think we're going to take sells on this. I think we're going to take sells. 731, new 15-minute candle. A little bit of retracement here. The 5-minute had the same retracement too. The 5 went up, completely rejected. And we got the sell signal here. No, I think the liquidity is going to be there regardless. Liquidity is a term that's coined from institutional trading, well, by retail traders in regards to what institutional traders do. Whether it's real or not is up in the air, but there are certainly when you think it's going to go one way and it totally dips the other way, takes out your stop loss and goes the other way. That's what people are referring to when they call a liquidity draw, where it was trying to market manipulators are trying to take people out, retail traders out. I don't necessarily believe in that. I used to work on Wall Street, and I can say this without giving insider info, but I used to work on Wall Street, man. We're not looking at liquidity trading. It's just timing up when we want to get in here. But this is going to close below the candle here. Ideally. I'd still like to see it break these. Yeah, I mean, market makers is a broad term and very hard to define. I don't pay a broker fee. The only fees is they get a commission per lot. Yeah, the institutions aren't out to get you trading your $10,000 account at home. They don't give. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying, InvestHedge. The hours, the stress. The hours and the stress are brutal. Yeah, if you can draw support and resistance, figure out where your retest zones are, and understand trends and price action, you'll be good. It's really all it is. Oh, I meant to go to the 15-minute here. Oh, actually, we're getting a new 5-minute. Yeah. See, I just don't like getting faked out. I can't use MT4 or MT5 in the US unless you guys know of a broker that allows that. I have not found. Yeah, there is no price action in gold and silver. It's just astronomical moves. I went over this in almost every stream. Yeah, I think we're going to take sells here, guys. Yeah, MT5 is awesome. I just don't think that there's any one that allows it in the United States. MetaTrader. Yes, I do use fair value gaps as a confirmation of a... Yeah, I think we're going to take sells here, guys. Yeah, I'll repeat the strategy. Hold on, I want to figure out if we're going to get in this real quick, guys. Again, we don't rush getting into trades, but I certainly like to analyze it thoroughly before I get in. Don't know what an order block is, and I don't use it. Nor do I care to know. What kind of volume are we looking at here? We got... What do we have here? 8.1K on the volume. We're analyzing GBP AUD. Yeah, like I said, guys, I've been doing this for a long time. I don't need... I like my fair value gaps, my EMA ribbon, and my support and resistance. That's it. And learning to identify breaker structure. It's a very simple strategy, and it works for me. So, I'll say this again. Appreciate you, Cole. Thank you. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Stockfellow, what's going on? Our low is right here. Yeah, Euro JPY does look good too. Let me take a look at the 4-hour on this. There's no such thing as get-rich-quick schemes. That's not what trading is. Trading is the furthest thing from a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a skill that's learned over a long period of time. The only thing I don't like about Euro JPY is that it's got to come back up at some point, and it's looking like it's going to be right here. It's not just going to dump off. I don't think. That's fine. Again, the terminology that you use is totally up to you. Everybody's got their own terminology. This is just really the terminology that I use. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at right here. It's exactly what I'm looking at. And I personally think we're probably safe to get in it. See if we get some retracement on this 5-hour candle. A 5-minute candle. Yeah, it's a good setup. It's a really good setup. I'm going to wait to see if we can get in at a better price right here. What's the 15-minute look like? Yeah, we're going to get in this trade, guys. Oh, that's not very nice. I'm in it. Desmond, what's up, man? Appreciate you, Eggnog. Yeah, we're in this, though. I'm just going to put what my entry price was. 1.92628. And we have our stop loss set, and then our take profits are going to be... Yeah, sell on GBP AUD. We're going to set these in pips. Nice. Nice. Thanks for the sub, man. I know a lot of people love the NASDAQ. I know. A lot of people love it. Pretty much just foreign exchange, man. That's pretty much it. Just foreign exchange currencies. That's all I trade. Copy image. Get this out to the Discord fam. I like the market structure of it the best. It's been around for a long time. I mostly trade like the major currencies. Stop loss is right here at let me mark it so you guys can see it on the screen. There's your stop loss right there. 1.93083. Just the currencies that have the most volume and have the best structure. That's really the way it goes. You know what I mean? Volume's good. Yeah, volume's at 8K. Yeah, volume's very important. I had no slippage. Mine executed exactly where the market is. So I had no slippage. Yeah, that is a win. I agree there. But not much slippage. It just depends on your broker. Like, your broker's going to determine what your slippage is. You know what I mean? And the kind of account that you have with your broker. That's what's going to determine slippage. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I mean, if you can't hold drawdown, you gotta always expect to hold a little drawdown. You're not gonna snipe every single trade. And the people that tell you that they're sniping every trade, you know, do it live then. Like I do. 5 days a week. Do it live. It's very tough to snipe trades over and over and over again. You're gonna hold drawdown, but if you get the overall direction of the chart right, all it takes is time and the proper risk management. Yeah, and you got to just be able to have calm nerves when you get into one. Nah, I don't have nasty slippage at all. I personally don't. I have almost no slippage. My slippage right now is 0.3 of a pip. 0.3 of a pip is my slippage. Yeah, volume is mostly going to dictate slippage, but volume and your broker. If you have an A broker or a B broker, I would always suggest going with an A broker. And if you want to know what that is, an A broker and a B broker, just go to the education tab on my page. ECN's good. Yeah, this is Miguel. This is the ECN one. It had, on this trade, had 0.3 of a pip. 0.3 of a pip was my slippage. That's nothing. When I first started trading, I was using a broker named LMFX, and I had a 9 pip slippage every time I entered a trade. True story. 9 pip slippage is insane. I would execute and it would be 9 pips off from where I am, and not in the right direction. Yeah, man, that's why I stay away from it now. I really just liked foreign exchange. This is what has made me the most money in my trading career. By far. But like I said, there's many different ways to trade, guys. There's many different ways. If there was only one way, we'd all figure it out, and we'd all be making millions and millions. Yeah, no problem, C9. But we're in on this bad boy. Yeah, you still got an hour for the 4-hour candle. This hour is just going to be a 1-hour candle. But here's why I think it's going to go. I mean, this hour candle opened and closed below these lows, which indicates that this is going to keep going. It had a small consolidation period for right here for these 3 hours, and then we finally broke below it. This is the only thing we need to get past, but again, even if we have some retracement to here, which would be your next zone, that's fine. That's why we have our stop loss up here. As long as we get the overall direction down within the time frame that we're looking to get that done in, we're good. We're good. Like our trade from yesterday that we took live, luckily, it had 0 drawdown. Absolutely 0 drawdown. This was our trade from yesterday here, and I'll take the indicator off so you can see it clearly. Like, this was ours yesterday. It came down. It only came back up to right here. We were in profit from the second we took this trade. Yeah, man. I mean, Alpha, you're more than welcome to trade what you want. Like I said, everybody's got their own, everyone's got their own thing. But I just don't trade gold. It's very wildly unpredictable, and the price action is just not there for me. But yeah, this went for a total of 105 pips. If you held it all the way till now, it'd be at 180 pips. My trading style, the best thing to do is honestly just look at the How to Day Trade playlist on my YouTube. That's going to go over my trading strategy in 3 11-minute videos. Or just watch the lives. Desmond. We analyze on the 4-hour. Draw support and resistance on the 4-hour. Really analyze on the 1 hour and execute on the 1 hour and the 15-minute. And we just broke those lows, guys. Yeah, we just broke these lows on the hour candle with 10 minutes left. Great sign here. 30 into 3 million. That's wild. Hey, anything's possible, right? Just gotta manage your expectations. You guys are funny. Sham Saeed, what's up, man? Welcome back. Good to see you. Yes, Eggnog, thank you. And like going back to, again, my strategy, after you enter the trade, like, so the first part of the trade is analyzing the chart and figuring out where you're going to get in. Then it's actually getting in. Then once you're in, you got to manage not only your emotions, but the trade. So, and then from there, you got to decide when you're going to take profit. Are you going to take 50% profits and leave runners, move stop losses to break even? Are you going to take 75% of profit and then leave 25% runners and move your stop loss to break even? There's a lot of different ways to go about it, but that's the way I do it personally. Drawdown, same thing. You just got to be calm and confident in your... See, here's the thing. I don't take a trade unless it meets all my criteria. So I'm truly a believer in set and forget, because if I've taken the trade, it has met my criteria, and I know that my criteria works. So a little bit of drawdown to what doesn't scare me, you know? It doesn't. But it's going to happen. And how you manage yourself during that drawdown is going to determine what kind of trader you are. Yeah, you just got to follow your rules, guys. We're almost, what are we? We're 7 pips in profit. We're heading towards TP1, which is 13 pips. I like this entry though. Max drawdown rule. Well, we take what the market gives us. So we analyze the chart based off where we know it's not going to go. If you're having trouble finding fair value gaps, just type in nephew_Sam_ in the indicators. It's a great fair value gap one. I'm using my own indicator. As you can see, when I put it on, it says match strategy right here. It gives me the EMA ribbon if it's below or below. I'm waiting for a bearish fair value gap, what my last signal was, the support, the resistance, all the information I need to be able to take the trade. So this does it for me. Apparently the gaps you find are very unfair. That's a good one. That's a good one. We're trading GBP AUD. That says it right here at the top there, Sham. Saeed, right here. At the top. GBP AUD. We are currently... was that 8 pips in profit? And again, with my strategy, guys, I'm not going for home runs every time. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I just took a 90 pip swing trade. And I'm like, great, that's awesome. I can take 6 to 7, 5 to 6, 15 to 20 pip trades a week and do very, very well. You guys can't see my chart? Why can't you see my chart? Can anyone else see it? Okay. Kelly Sunday, maybe refresh your YouTube. Because my stream health says excellent on everything at 6,000 megabits per second, so... Okay, good, good. Everyone else is seeing it. What do you mean it's always partial? Here we go. Looks like we're heading in the right direction. 10 pips in profit. I think this is going to put us at what? 4-0 for the week? Because once it hits TP2, I'm closing 50%. What do you mean, though, on the vertical you can't? You should be able to see everything on screen. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up. Yeah, but you can see it right here on the vertical. Right here. See right here on the vertical? Unless it doesn't show it for you, but here, I'll pull it up on my phone. I'd like to know, actually. Thanks for pointing that out. Let me see here. Yeah, you can see it on the vertical. Your notifications are on it, but right there, oh, at the top, it says GBP AUD right up here. You just kind of gotta zoom in a little bit. I guess it is a little tough to see, though. This is my personal indicator that follows my rules. So I have just 4 very simple rules, and this indicator encompasses all those rules. It's trading with Matt Pro, buy, sell. Ah, thank you, man. Appreciate you, Alpha. Yeah, I don't really care much for where the stop loss is because we're going to be getting out of this trade here at least 50% in probably the next 20 minutes. And the only reason the stop is up there is because we looked at the 4-hour and we saw that this fair value gap was right here. It's actually higher than it should be. But this fair value gap was right here. If we take this fair value gap out and come up and fill this body, we should be out. But we could also hold retracement up through here. Like this is the zone you don't want to break right here. If it breaks this and goes up to here, you're kind of in trouble. Holly, it's a good question. The time frame, hold on. Yeah, Holly, I just don't trade crypto. So, I don't trade crypto. I can certainly look at XRP if you want me to, but it's going to be the exact same as Bitcoin. All of the charts are going to be identical to Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin is doing, that's what XRP is doing. And you're in massive consolidation. Massive consolidation. You do have a bullish pin flag here, so it could go up, but it also could reject right here and come back down. It's in consolidation. I wouldn't touch it, personally. That's just personally my opinion.
When I'm stuck on a tricky bug,
No. They all run off the blockchain. They're all going to be very similar. They've always have been. Yeah, of course. I mean, if you have the capital, you can certainly go ahead and buy up Bitcoin, XRP, all of them. Again, but if you don't have discretionary income, it's hard to do that, you know? You know, I'm speaking to all walks of life here. You know, we have very, very wealthy people in this chat, and we have people that are scraping by, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to put your money into something and you're living paycheck to paycheck, you may want to pull back the reins and wait until you got a little bit of a slush fund before you start throwing money into crypto. And I'm not saying anyone here is doing that. This is just some friendly advice. Salt stock? What is it? SOLT? Is that the ticker? Is that what that is? Is that the ticker? SOLT? Let's see here. Looking at this is the 4 hour on it. Well, it's dropping off like a hotcake. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's only been a thing since March of 25. There's just not enough information on this chart to make any sort of educated guess or any sort of calculated risk. I mean, it's only been since its inception was March of 2025. So it's really hard to look at price structure and how it moves with such little information. But anyway, GBP AUD is what we're looking at right now, and it looks to be that we are moving toward our take profit 1. Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I need to lock that in place. We just got that hour candle, didn't we? Yes, we did. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, it just doesn't have enough information, but like I said, it's pretty much going to follow Bitcoin's chart. Like all of these minor cryptocurrencies, or if you want to call them meme coins, or just smaller sector cryptocurrencies, are going to follow Bitcoin's chart. Almost all of them do. This thing is fighting for its life at this spot right now. For these 2 pips, just trying to figure out where it's going to go. I think we'll see TP3 by London session, to be quite honest with you. But I'm a safer trader. The way I trade is that once I get 10 to 12 pips, 15 pips, I take most of my profits, leave runners, and the runners' stop loss is at break even, so I have no possible way of losing money. Yeah, no problem, Loyalty. Yeah, not a problem at all. Thank you guys for the subs. I really appreciate it. last time I looked at the subs 15 minutes ago, we just went up 30. So that's awesome. Thank you, guys. GU is doing the same thing. GU was dropping off too, and then it's coming back up to retest. I think GU is going to be a break and retest of this EMA ribbon and this fair value gap, and then it's going to come right back down to this area. This is your next zone. But it is also on an uptrend, so you do need to be careful. So when the chart is telling you one thing, but the trend is telling you another, it's typically a good idea to stay out of it. But if you drop down to the 4 hour, again, it is a buy on the 4 hour. You got a head and shoulders right there. You got an EMA ribbon and a fair value gap holding this up. I would wait for more information on that trade. Did we just hit it? Or no? Nope, not yet. We are certainly close. Yeah, I think so too, Miguel. That's what it is most of the time. We take our trades in the Asian session and then somewhere into London session open. Although yesterday, when I ended that stream yesterday at, I think it was like 8:45, literally 5 minutes later, we smacked TP2, which was great. All I needed to do was stay on stream for 5 more minutes to say, all right, guys, we can close. But, you know, we were already in profit. I already explained to you guys where to manage it, how to manage it, where the stop loss, where the take profit was. So I was like, you guys got it from here. Yeah, it's smart. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention to you guys, if I can only use one EMA, which would it be? I wouldn't, man. I wouldn't. Thank you, PTVRS. Appreciate you. I wouldn't only use one EMA because I need all 5 of them to confirm on my strategy. IBRX. I can take a look at it, sure. IBRX. Is that the right one? Yeah, on the NASDAQ. Oh, let's take a look on the day. So, barring any news, remember, guys, when it comes to stocks, you have the CEO, you have the board, you have a governing body, the SEC. There's a lot of factors on stocks that you don't have on currencies. So barring any major news on the CEO having a scandal or the accountant being caught for cooking the books, barring anything like that, any major catalyst, it looks like it's retesting a zone. So our zone would be... our zone would be right here. This is going to be your resistance over here, your support right here. Your next zone is up here. Breaking your previous high is going to be right here. So it looks like it's reversing at a key level right here. So if we can reject this support right here on this stock that you're looking at, and see some upward movement, you should fill this zone up to $7.10. You should fill that up to $7.10, barring you don't have a break of structure and a retest to go down. But again, these stocks are affected by a lot more things than the currencies that we're trading. There's a lot more at play, which is again another reason why I like... If you already have 10, Starboy, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome to the stream. If you already have 10 shares, just hold it. See what happens. I wouldn't day trade a stock like that. Like, you can, but there's just not crazy, crazy. I guess in the day it swung from 640 to 710, so there was a 70-cent swing, but there's just too many outside factors, in my opinion. And again, that's just my opinion. Stocks, I like to trade long term. Foreign exchange is where I like to trade on the 1 hour and the 4 hour and the 15-minute. Yeah, of course they do, because it's the U.S. stock market. It's the New York Stock Exchange or the Dow. You know, it's so yeah. Then there's only certain hours you can trade those stocks, and that's from 9:30 to 5 p.m. Yeah, long term, shit, hold it. Might as well. Appreciate that loyalty. Let's see. It's Nacho Channel. That's actually funny. Like Nacho Channel. That's a good one. Yeah, no problem, man. The main one is getting the direction right. So if you have the trend down and you have a confirmation of a fair value gap and a full candle closure below the EMA ribbon, that's really it. You have a reversal at a key zone, some sort of break of structure or retest of a key zone that gets rejected. That's really it. It's not a very tough strategy. And again, if you guys want to learn it, either A, tune into my lives, or B, you can just go on my YouTube and look at the How to Day Trade playlist on there. It's all free. Now, if you want more than that, you certainly can. I think the link was just posted. There's also more options, but mostly everything you can learn is free. If you want more hands-on learning, you can certainly do that too. GBP AUD is the pair there, Brawlsters. GBP AUD. Yeah, higher highs and higher lows is going to be an uptrend. Lower highs and lower lows is going to be a downtrend. Yeah, the overall. So weeks don't necessarily matter as much as the day, the 4 hour, because like for instance, if you look at the 4 hour, this is the most bearish 4 hour chart you'll ever see. Right? You have lower highs and lower lows. So that's how you identify your downtrend. That is a downtrend. Each low right here is met by a high that's rejected. The next low is met by a high that's rejected. The next low was met by a high that's rejected. So we're continuing on this downtrend. And that's what market structure is learning that what an uptrend and a downtrend is. Did we just hit TP1, guys? There you go. Did we just hit TP1? No, we're awfully close, though. We are awfully close, guys. $1.92178. But like, if you think about it like this, guys, when everyone asks how much should I expect to make, how much am I going to make day trading, here's something to think about. We only chase chase pips. We only chase what the market's going to give us. But recently, the market's been giving us anywhere, with my size account, anywhere from $400 to $2,000 per trade. So put that in perspective over a 5-day week. Let's say you have 1 or 2 losses. It's good money, but you have to earn it. You have to learn how to actually do it. Yeah, we're going to smack TP1. Hey, as long as you learn and understand, there's nothing more you can ask for. Just keep it pushing, you know what I mean? Just keep it pushing. It's running. I like that the 4-hour broke the lows. That's important. And again, just to show you guys why my stop loss is where it is, look what happened if you would have sold right here on this one. You went up and held 78 pips of drawdown, but you still be in profit right now. So it's okay. Drawdown's okay as long as you get the direction right and you have the proper risk management. I think we just hit it. Nope, we're close. We're close. $11 pips in profit. We're like 2 pips away. And, you know, this is something else to talk about, too. If you're 2 pips away and you're very comfortable with your profit that you have right here, there's no reason to get greedy. You could close this whole trade right now. We could end stream and say, great stream, guys. $333 for an hour and 20 minutes. It's not a bad hourly rate there, you know what I mean? It's all about putting it in perspective. You can't get greedy. I have no problem getting out of a trade early if I see something start to reverse and that I don't like. We got the overall direction. We got our move already. We're hoping to see if it goes lower. Yeah, Desmond, there's definitely more to agree with you there. Take what the market gives us. That's all it is. It's taking what it gives you. Yeah, the first green line, the first take profit right here is when I would. The trend is your friend. I typically never trade against the trend. I agree with you there. I wholeheartedly agree with that. The trend is your friend. You don't want to mess with that guy. Agreed 100%. I agree with you there 100%. Sham Saeed, Bitcoin. I don't know, man. The dip was huge, but the consolidation on the day chart is crazy. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of consolidation within a $2,000 swing area. I personally think that Bitcoin could end up going down to the next zone here, which is 56K. I think it could do that. Very well could do that. Even the day chart looks amazing on this. Yeah, no problem, Sham. Oh, did we tap it? No, we came close. We came close. I keep thinking we tapped it. I've never personally traded them. The Heiken Ashi candles. I've personally never traded them. It's never been a part of my strategy. I understand it smooths out the candles, and makes them easier to read uptrends and downtrends. I do like candlestick patterns and reading wicks. I think wicks are a very important part. Like, for instance, this wick would make most people nervous that we're wicking up right now and coming up, possibly up for a reversal. But if we don't break this fair value gap right here, we're in good shape. We're just holding for longer. You know what I mean? And on the 4 hour plus, it's got to give it some wick room right here. Because wick means that there's room for it to come back down. Pretty much every time you have a wick, it fills that wick. For instance, this wick got filled halfway. This wick got filled the full amount. When you have multiple wicks coming down, it's showing a reversal. We don't want to see multiple wicks down here coming back up. 1 or 2 wicks is okay because they get filled. Again, look at this wick right here. It wicked halfway up the candle body to the fair value gap and came straight down. Let's look at the current candle we're on. It wicked up and then came straight down. So I trade more wicks than anything. I think wicks are very important to learn what they mean on the specific chart that you're trading. But yeah, that's how I look at it. There you go, Adele. How often do they have elections in Bangladesh? Yes, only one pair at a time. Nice, 5 years. Yeah, the US is 4 years, every 4 years. But yeah, I only trade one pair at a time and typically and only one trade. I may get in 1 or 2 positions in the same trade, but yeah, that's how you limit your exposure in your account. You don't want to overexpose yourself. You certainly don't want to overexpose yourself when it comes to trading by having a bunch of different, especially because some run inverse of each other. Like USD JPY is gonna run, as a bad example. EuroCAD is gonna run inversely of Euro USD. Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't seen anything in our news about it, but I'll certainly look into it. Certainly will look into it. This thing's coming back down, coming into the next, what do we got? Let's check the 5 minute. See, I like the consolidation here. The consolidation below. So look how it consolidates, it goes below. It consolidates, it goes below. It consolidates, and then if we break the lows, it'll keep going. That's how the that's how the markets move. They consolidate at a key point, which you had a fair value gap here. It's shown that it hasn't broken it over the past 35 minutes. But you also got wicks that haven't broken this low. So right now, our zone is between here and here. This is our zone right here. We'd like it to break to the downside. And again, this is just on the 5 minute. It's already 8 p.m. Oh, you mean your time? It's 8:26 right now. We got 35 minutes until we get our next 33 minutes to be exact, until we get our new 4-hour candle. We're going to get a new 15-minute candle here in like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I think we could see it come back up and retest this area, like our entry point right here, and then continue down. It's very possible, but we're going to see here. I like the price action of this chart. I like the market structure of this chart. That's why we got in it. Coming into this 15-minute candle, we might close bearish if it can keep pushing down. Would be really nice to see it keep pushing down. We got 1 minute and 25 seconds till we get a new 15-minute candle. And this 15-minute candle is 30 minutes before the 4-hour candle. Why not sells on UJ? Because I already took massive sells on UJ yesterday for 105 pips. So we already took money on UJ this week. If I see that it is breaking a zone, it did break and retest here, and it's probably going to keep going to see lows down here. But I think there's going to be a major retest somewhere up here before it goes back down. It's a good analysis for a sell, though. It is a good analysis for a sell. But again, This was our trade from yesterday live, Jan. This was our trade from yesterday live. Yeah, you know, most people trade the New York session or the London session. I love the Asian session. Personally, I love it. It's been very good to me over the years. Yeah, you can still enter this. Yeah, you're getting some retracement right here. So yeah, you could certainly enter this. Yeah, we were almost 13 pips and 12, 13 pips in profit. No, higher time frames too. Higher time frames too for sure. It's like you look at the 4 hour. Look at these two moves. I mean, you had some big moves on this session. This is GBP AUD. But the fact that it's going to leave some wick room right here, if it closes right here, is good for us. Because, again, it should retrace about halfway up this candle to this zone, which was our entry, and then start moving back down. No, I don't have YouTube video that explains pips. I do on my TikTok, I believe, and Instagram. But if you want me to make a YouTube video on what a pip is and how it works, I can certainly do that. You guys tell me what information you want. I've already taught my strategy a million times on here. So, anyone that wants to learn what that is. I'm not worried about it. We broke this 4 hour right here. We broke that 4 hour. If anything, you'll get a retest somewhere up in here. And then keep going down. Also, if you're worried about it, and you did get in the trade, thanks, Miguel. No problem. Yeah, that's what we're here for, man. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, not worried about that wick up right now. Let's see. Let's get this new movement here. Going into the 4 hour, I'd love to see this tap TP1 so we can take 75% profits and just leave runners for the rest of the night. And I won't even move stop losses to break even. I'll move stop losses down to this fair value gap. But on my broker, I can take a percentage of the trade in profit. So that's what I do. Once I get to TP1, pretty much always take at least 50%. And then move stop losses to break even. Yeah, you could tighten up stops. I would say if you're going to tighten them up, Andrew, I would go right here. This like the top of this, so 1.92876. That'd be as tight as I would go to give it room to move through this next session. If you plan on holding through London. That's what I would say. I'll get a video done this coming week on pips. Whereabouts for what? You can't hold like that, huh? You gotta have faith in your setup, man. That's a good move right there. Oh, I don't care about that. Because a lot of the times the London session follows what the Asian session was doing. It's not very often that it comes back up to take out stop losses moving into the London session. Most of the time, the London session wakes up and they're seeing the same thing we're seeing, and you get some more selling pressure. Yeah, I mean, we may hold this through London session is all I was saying. But again, we have the same thing going on here where we had consolidation and then a breakdown. Consolidation, and ideally another breakdown. Consolidation below a previous low is always a good sign. Yeah, I agree. The London does push the Asian session. I won't hold over the weekend. That's about where I go into, and I really don't like holding into the New York session. But sometimes it happens. From Asian straight through to New York, but sometimes it happens just because of market structure and price action, but I really don't like to because New York session has red folder news all the time. But sometimes that's just what it gives you, you know? Sometimes that's all you get. Got to take what the market gives you. You can't force a trade. I'm just setting alerts on my chart here so when I do get off, I don't have to stare at my phone. Do I think Tokyo... I didn't think it was a holiday. No, the banks are open. Banks are open. Oh, no, it is. You're right. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong day. It is a bank holiday. Yes, it will certainly have effect on the volume. Yeah, correct. Correct. Yes, you guys are correct. It'll have effect on volume. If you notice, Euro JPY is only at 27K in volume. Euro JPY and USD JPY are normally at 50 to 70K volume right now. So yes, I do think that it has a factor on it. But we're trading GBP AUD, which again, we're in the Asian session, so this is where you're going to have most Asian traders. But there's still a lot of people in the US like me, or in London like me, or in other countries like me, who will trade it even when that specific pair, which would be all the JPY pairs, is closed. No, it doesn't affect this pair because none of these main pairs are in Japan. Even though it is the Asian session, it should theoretically just affect... all it's going to affect is this right here. All it's going to affect is volume right here. I love that FVG on the 5 minute right there. Thanks for the subs, guys. I appreciate it. Make sure you like the stream if you guys are learning something or enjoying yourselves. I appreciate you guys, as always. Make sure you like the stream, though. On whichever one you're on. Pretty much. I sometimes do the New York session once a week. But I just haven't been liking it with all the news since the beginning of 2026. Ton of news. There's TP1, guys. Boom, there's TP1 right there. Guys, there's TP1. Let's go. Let's go. 13.5 pips. Oops. Oh, what did I just do? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I don't know what I did. I gotta fix it. Damn it. Why did I do that? Anybody know how to fix that? I don't know what I just did. I hit it. I hid the whole side right here. Nice $500 in profit, guys. How the hell did I do that? Hold on. See if I can close it, reopen it. See if that fixes it. Yeah, that fixed it. I fixed it. There we go. Boom, there's the move, guys. I haven't closed anything yet, but that's 18 pips in profit. I'm in for 5 lots. Oh, TP2. There we go. TP2, guys. I think I am going to be out. I'll close 75%. So you guys are going to watch on screen here. Partial close. Actually, I'll close 66%. Boom. There's 66% closed. Nice. What a move there. That's a good trade there, guys. Wow, look at that drop off, guys. What an actual. So I can close partials on mine. There's the move. That is the move we were waiting for. Holy shit. Excuse my language. What did we just catch here? 34 pips, guys. There we go. Yeah, scaling down, and then I move my stop losses to break even. Good trade, guys. Good trade. It's going to hit TP3, I think, also, but I'm not greedy, so I am 100% closed out. 100% closed out. Let's take a look at what that was there. Let's take a look at what that was real quick. Diarrhea? What? What does that have to do with anything? Oh yeah, it's driving down. Probably will, but again, I'm not going to be greedy. Let's take a look at what we just did there. Okay, okay. I feel you. I understand what you're saying now. What was this pair? GBP AUD. What? This thing's gonna drop. DigiWorld, nice man. Thanks for subscribing. Still holding it? I'm out. I'm out. And I'll tell you why I'm out. No reason to get greedy. This is why I'm out, right there. Oops. This is why I'm out, right here. That's our profits for the past couple trades here, guys. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This is almost 9. This is almost $1,000 on this GBP AUD. Yeah, that's why we're out. I'm out. And then USD JPY was a little over 1,000 yesterday, and then Euro AUD was a little over almost 600 the day before that. So, and then NZD USD was right around 300. So, yeah, that's a good trade for me, guys. That is it for me. I'm not greedy. I'm not getting into another trade. That's it. I appreciate you guys watching tonight. W stream there, guys. W stream. W stream, W trade. I'm really happy with that. But as always, I would like to really thank you guys for watching. Without you guys, I'd be talking to a wall. So I appreciate that you don't make me just talk to myself in this camera. It looks like it's heading towards TP3, but we're out. Set and forget. Also, take profit and leave. So with that, Miguel, Flowers Lady, DigiWorld, Adele, Arian, Jan Trader, Andrew, Jose, Schubert, everyone, thank you for coming in, guys. Thanks for watching. JV Joe, thanks for watching. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Make sure you're there tomorrow, all right, guys? This thing's going to smack TP3 right here, too. But again, I'm more than happy with TP2 where we got out. Desmond, good to see you again. Thank you guys. That was an awesome trade, awesome stream. So, everyone, have a great night. That's how you make money using my strategy. Tommy Montano, have a good night. Thank you guys.